Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name's Jono.
My name's Jason.
Today we are going to be reacting to our first ever paid videography project. Jace, do you still remember what that project was?
Yeah, of course. I remember
It was
since
yesterday.
It was yesterday, exactly. Yeah. It was basically an event video that we did for a 3-day Caribbean party. And
It was wild.
it was definitely wild. Yeah. Do you remember how we got the gig?
Yeah, so as many of you guys who've been watching the channel for a while know, we bought our first camera in July 2019. And then for a 3-month period, we basically started doing free portfolio shoots every weekend for local restaurants in our area to build our portfolio. We started uploading our work on an Instagram page. And one day, this client who was organizing this Caribbean party searched up on Instagram, hashtag Sydney videographer. Our profile came up. He clicked on one of our food videos, really liked our work, and decided to send us a DM inquiring about our services. I still remember the day I got the message. I was on the bus home from work and I was like, oh wow, this is like so cool.
Exciting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So how much do we quote for it?
Yeah, so let me get my phone just to... I still have the DM here from Phasma. Phasma was the guy.
Who was like our client, the name
Yeah,
of our client.
yeah, see? The message was 21 October 2019 was when that message came in. I was on the bus home from work. So basically the quote was, I initially charged him $1,000 for 11 hours of shooting for 3 events across 3 days. And then the deliverables was basically a 7-minute after movie, which is basically a video summarizing all 3 events. And I think we gave them about 5 sort of social media videos as well, just smaller cuts of the events. We ended up adding also photography on top, which was another $500 for photography across the 2 events. All in all, that came out to a total of $1,500. So it's quite a lot of work, but hey, this is our first gig and we were just excited to get the first one.
But at that time, I was feeling like, oh my god, we can earn more than like $1,000
Yeah,
for this. Like
yeah.
it blew my mind.
Yeah,
And we
when the
quoted
client
that much.
texted me back, hello, would like to go ahead, please. I was like... So yeah, that is basically how we got the gig, how much we charged, and I remember what we spent the money on. We spent this money on... We still have the lens. Show them the lens that we spent the money on. Yeah, so we made $1,500 off the shit, and we spent $600 of it in reinvesting into a wide-angle lens that allowed us to go down to a 2.8 aperture.
Yeah.
And we used this lens to start off doing real estate videos.
Exactly.
So anyways, let's dive into the actual reaction now. I'm going to bring the video up on our computer, and we are going to just react to our first ever videography project.
Sure, let's do it.
What do you think about the opening shot?
Amazing time lapse.
Yeah. I think one thing that we did really well was the interactions that we got. Because a big mistake I see beginners make when they first get started with events is they shoot a lot of people's backs. But I really like how this was our first event and we weren't shy to just get people to interact with the camera.
Yeah, interact with the camera.
This was a crazy party, eh? Like, so much twerking. I was like, man, I was just finished uni, first year into the workforce, and I was like, what the hell is this?
I remember just being blown away by everything that was
Yeah,
going on in that
basically.
party. Yeah.
I was like, film this, film everything. Like,
Yeah.
do you remember the setup we were on? I think we're both doing videos for this one.
So for our first shoot, our equipment was the Canon 200Ds. We had 2 of them.
Yep.
And then we were using the kit lens and also the Nifty 50.
Yeah, that's right.
F1.8.
And we were basically just taking turns switching between those two.
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah.
What came in handy for this shoot was we had this little aperture panel light which we bought for $60, and that came in clutch because this nightclub was pretty dark.
Yeah.
And our cameras didn't have very good low light capabilities.
Yeah. Before the shoot, we were just worried like, how are we gonna shoot in the dark?
Yeah.
We just like did some research, bought this like the light that you're talking about that goes on top of the camera. So whenever we're shooting, the light is making sure that there's enough lighting on the subject.
One funny story I still remember about that first event was there was a photographer there that night. I think her name was Emily. She was shooting with like a pretty nice Canon camera, like a professional grade one. And I think she was using like an L series lens. And then she was asking us what we were using. And I was a bit like ashamed because I was like, oh, we're using a Canon 200D and a kit lens.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely felt a bit of imposter syndrome in that moment. But hey, we just enjoyed the party, had fun, still got some really killer shots. So, you know, if you're a beginner, you're worried about your equipment or your work, I'd say like just focus on the experience and just have fun. The
yeah.
clients see you having fun, it kind of like gives them trust that you're doing a good job as well, I think. And now day 2 was a paint party. So the client basically hired out a warehouse. They brought all this paint, put some Caribbean music on, and everyone was just twerking, throwing paint at each other. So it was pretty wild. Do you still remember how we prepared for the shoot?
So we had to glad wrap all our cameras so that they wouldn't get hit by the paint.
Yeah. And I was doing photography that night, and Jason was on the videos.
And this is what we look like after the party. Yeah, those wide shots are working out great.
Yeah,
Look
and
at that.
the little panel light came in clutch here again.
Oh,
Because it was basically pitch black in there. So if we didn't have that little $60 panel light, we would have been screwed. But hey, the shots turned out really good just with the $60 panel light and the kit lens. Yeah, I thought the first day was crazy, and then the second day was got even crazier. What was your thoughts when you're filming all this?
I mean, I was just like pretty concentrated on like getting like the shots and stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't really fully comprehend what was going on in front of the camera, but it was pretty wild. Yeah.
Do you still remember what camera settings you were using?
I reckon the ISO would be around the 1,000 something area to 2,000. Yeah. So this is really nice what we did at the end.
Yeah.
Just kind of like interviewed the participants of the party so that we can get some really nice sound bites.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it really makes people want to come to the event, and I think it makes it really relatable as well. Whenever you're trying to film or edit an event video, I think your primary focus should always be thinking about how can I make this video in a way that's going to make someone want to come to the next event.
Exactly.
Your client is hiring you for a reason. They're hiring you to create a video to attract more people to come the next year. Day 3, what a shot, eh? You see how like we got some cool pan shots in slow motion. So to get those shots, we actually borrowed my mate's gimbal. Oh no, it's not called a gimbal.
It's like a glide cam.
Yeah, it's got a glide cam. But we had it the wrong way around because we didn't know how to use it. But and it was like a little bit wonky, the shots, but I think it still turned out decent. Yeah.
Well, we didn't know anything about gimbal and stabilizers back then, so we're just like trying out whatever.
Yeah.
I bought like a $15 thing from like eBay or something. Yeah, and like, I thought it was like a gimbal, but apparently it's just like a useless piece of weight.
When we were beginners, we had no idea how to stabilize our footage, but I think the first 2 days of just doing handheld and having a wider angle worked pretty well. And this one here, because we used like a slower paced song to start off the video, I really like the slow motion shots. Yeah.
This was shot in the standard picture profile, so obviously like the colors, like there's only so much you could do. You know?
Our camera at the time couldn't shoot log.
No, it did not have the log picture profile.
Oh, and this is the main performance. I remember we were using the glide cam.
I wouldn't recommend anyone getting the glide cam these days. Like, if you want like smooth moving shots, just get like a gimbal. Yeah.
We got the glide cam because we're watching a full-time filmmaker and Parker Welbeck at the time when we first got started, and he was using the glide cam a lot.
Yeah, the gimbal's one that like widespread and well distributed back then.
Plus the glide cam was the only thing I could get my hands on.
That's
because
true.
Obviously we were
couldn't
on budget
afford
at the
one.
time.
Yeah.
So we just borrowed my mate's glide cam.
But what it does is like creates like this like nice dynamic shots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's still relatively smooth, eh?
Yeah.
One thing I think the photographer would have gotten a little bit pissed at me about is probably how I was filming from the back. And I was probably getting in a shot. I think as a videographer, especially with weddings, if you do weddings, is try not to get in the photographer's way, especially for really key shots.
Yeah, just like try and work with each other, like if you're working with a photographer or a videographer.
Because we've definitely worked with some people who just like don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They
We used to get into each other's shots,
That's
like
true.
to this day. But I think we just have the patience in the relationship to deal with it.
Yeah, indoor the lighting was not as good, eh?
Yeah. Why didn't we use the light for this?
I don't know.
I don't know, eh?
Yeah.
Should have.
Yeah, we should have.
Oh yeah, I think we start using the light here.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the music choice.
It really
for this
fits.
video. Yeah.
Yeah, it fits.
It creates that feel good feeling.
Yeah.
I like the little tilting movements we're doing with the
Oh
camera.
yes, yeah.
So I think when you're trying to create cool dance floor shots, kind of moving the camera around, creating those artificial movements inside your shot, adds to the feeling of the video, I think.
Yeah.
Rather than just holding it still. But again, these shots probably best with a wider focal length. If it's tight, it's gonna be quite shaky, right? And then we're getting some sound bites at the end. We didn't have a mic at the time, so this is just using the in-camera mic.
Yeah.
Which I think still turned out alright.
Well, as you can hear, like the camera audio is like not as good. So if you really want to like get good audio, like yeah, you should definitely get like a cheap lav mic that connects to the phone, or also like a wireless mic that connects to the camera as well. All of those can work. Yeah.
Or a shotgun mic.
Or a shotgun mic. Yeah, that we still use to this day. Oh, we didn't go to the after party yet. Yeah. We're probably too tired.
Nice. Oh, and then I love how we included a call to action.
Yes.
To get people to book for the following year's event. Well done.
Yeah, well done.
What were your thoughts on the overall project and the experience?
I mean, like, I was just happy that we've done it. There wasn't like any particular things where like, oh shit, we've done it so bad here or there. It's just like that was the level of our videography then. You know, it was what our first gig looked like, and yeah, it's like a really nice experience to look back on.
It's like getting your feet wet, right?
Yeah.
Your first paid videography client is not going to be like the perfect client who's going to pay you all this money.
Yeah.
But your first gig is going to lead to your second paid gig.
Yeah.
It's going to then lead into your third and fourth and fifth
Yeah.
paid gigs. Honestly, it was a great experience. And looking back, couldn't have asked for a better first gig.
100%.
Filming with my best friend.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I was really nervous when we were delivering this video. So like when we delivered this video like through a USB, where we like organized a meetup with our client to deliver the videos, I was so nervous that when Jono was playing the video, I went and hide in the toilet.
You feigned discomfort.
Yeah, I didn't really want to know what the client thought about the video. I was just like really scared.
Yeah.
So I just went to hid in the toilet. Yeah.
Because we had never charged any money before for making videos.
Like 1,000 something.
Dude,
holy shit.
4 months ago, we didn't even know how to use a camera.
Exactly.
So from going to that to someone paying more than $1,000
For it.
For something that we just love doing, it was very nerve-wracking because it was like, what if
definitely
the client
nerve-wracking.
just didn't like it at all? But
Yeah. And ask for a refund.
exactly.
I was like, that's a nightmare right there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, that still wouldn't have been the end of the world. You know, ended up the client loved it and they actually hired us for their next event. And then they were actually producing a dancing course the next year. And they hired us to do that.
Well, they hired us to film like the event that they held next year as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was mentioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
So I think the biggest takeaway from this is just, you know, you don't have to be the most amazing videographer to get started. You don't even have to have the best equipment.
Yeah.
We had the 200D, a kit lens,
And a bit of
panel
talent.
light, maybe a little bit of talent.
Maybe just a little bit of talent. Right.
Yeah. And, you know.
And the power of friendship.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And a bit of hunger.
Yeah.
Yeah. A bit of hunger to succeed and do a good job.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think overall we're pretty happy with that. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that reaction video. If you are a beginner videographer looking to secure your first ever paid project, go check out our 6-figure filmmaker starter kit, link below. It contains the roadmap, tools, and all the templates that we use to go from complete beginners back in 2019 to noobs who did this first project to then eventually growing a multi-6-figure videography business. So go check that out, link below. We've also got some pretty exciting news. Recently, we've launched our new school community for beginner videographers who are looking to take their videography journey a little bit more seriously. It's a chance for you to surround yourself with a community of like-minded individuals who are on the same path as you. So go check out our new school community, link below.
Anyways, guys, we'll see you at the next video.
Stay focused.